Holy crap, man. Could it be real? Is there actually a video coming up? Look at my eye, people. You should have seen the other dude. He looked great and he took my money. I had tear duct surgery. And pretty much I just thought I must be low on testosterone or something, crying all the time over everything. Come to find out it's just a clogged tear duct. Anyway, I got something to show you, people. Shebang! What do we have here? 2001 Honda XR650R. Flies all over. It's kind of a long story. I was definitely not looking for another bike. As you all know, I've got La Fonda that sits over here. Oh, this fly's bothering me. I don't ride her nearly enough. I should. I ride the Harley a lot. But I got this XR650R. I got freaking KLX 470. Awesome bike. Electric start. That's a CR500 I'm doing a suspension build on. Anyway, oh, this fly driving me nuts. Anyway, long story made short, I had an acquaintance who is a Vietnam veteran, exposed to Agent Orange, started having numbness in his toe as soon as he came back from the war, and over the years gradually lost the use of his legs. His wife is going through chemotherapy and stuff for pancreatic cancer, which is not good, but they live in Wyoming. And long story made short, his wife bought him this bike brand new in 2001. The year after they were introduced. I believe that's 2000 was the year they were introduced. And he's ridden this bike a little bit here and there, not much. Well, some, but then he got the gradual use of his legs, and it's basically been sitting in his barn for several years, at least 6 years that we know of. And he decided to sell it and talk to me about it. I really wasn't I wasn't planning one, but I've always wanted a 650R ever since I actually used to like the 600s, the XR600s. I had an XR350, the twin carb 1985 version. I loved it. But anyway, so I got this bike and I brought it home. It was really dirty and I sprayed it off. And I'm going to go through the process of what I believe to be a reasonable way to take a barn find bike that has not been started and go through things and prepare it to start. I have not even attempted to start it. I don't want to. I want to take things apart, clean the carburetor, rebuild the carburetor, change the oil, filter, and I may check the valves. I don't think I need to, but I probably will. He's never checked the valves. He says, man, I don't have that much time on it. I am going to change the spark plug. I'm going to put a little bit of Marvel mystery oil down into the cylinder to kick it over. For the first times, it's going to take a little bit of time to go through everything. I think it's got a bad rear shock. At least it feels a little bit springy to me. The forks seem okay, but it's all original. Everything is original. There are a few modifications that are kind of standard things that people do that I plan to do with it. Jetting, changing the intake boot. As you guys know, there's kind of a cult following with these bikes, just as the DRZ and the KLRs and KTM 990s and others that have done some familiar, well, have become familiar modifications. But anyhow, so this is just an introduction, just a quick little intro to the bike. It's a one owner. He's owned it since it came off the showroom floor, rode it some, sat for most of its life. So I'm gonna try to get this bike back up and going. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I mean, I've got 3 different sort of hybrid adventure dual sport type bikes now, and I certainly don't need all 3, but it's also hard to part with them. So anyhow, I'll bring you back in the next video, and we'll start taking the tank off and doing some stuff.